and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
The Bucs kicker Ryan Succop about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa from way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here we go. Stop. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They'll get this to about the 38. The numbers for Mixon last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 empty. Stop.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here we go.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course a quarterback, 23-year veteran, who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Brady now on first down. Completes it to Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The Buccaneers sit 9-4 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. To throw is Brady. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 69 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on 1st down. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Brady to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Now Brady. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remain remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On first down, Brady. It's Miller, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Suck up for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
I'm wondering.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is and it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty.
Here we go.
So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. From there to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Sam Darnold, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium, both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Brady now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Brady. That's going to be caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 31 yards. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
It's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Gun. Cut.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From midfield now, Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose again. Touchdown! Jamar Chase. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Brady.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Russell Gage with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Suck up for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ready?
Back to Mixon on first down.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 empty.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Up the gut, Fournette. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Leonard Fournette. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down to come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the fourth now at SoFi Stadium.
And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory there. Ryan Tannehill, nearly 300 passing yards to lead his crew.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot, Bart.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.